Muscle memory is a godsend. Without it, I'd be rooting around my pitch-black room bumping into furniture. Just a few minutes ago, I was lying in bed watching Friends reruns, the TV being the only light to illuminate the otherwise black void. It's midnight on a Monday. I have work in an uncomfortably short amount of time, so I grabbed the remote and pointed it at the TV. The screen shut off before I even hit the button. I sat up in my bed surrounded by inky blackness with no other sounds besides poorly written jokes and live audience laughter. I don't do well in the dark. I'd call it a phobia, but I don't think there's anything irrational about fearing the unknown. No matter what I called it, I had to get over it if I wanted to get this TV off. I reached my arms out and took slow steps until I got to the back wall. I slid my hands up when my fingers touched something familiar, my light switch. I flipped it on. There was no change. My heart almost leaps out of my chest as the TV abruptly switches to static. I was left with no other choice, the flashlight in my bedside drawer. I took a moment to calm my nerves. I would have to keep moving in the dark, so I'd have to get used to it. Using the wall, I guide my way back to my bed. I pull open the drawer. A rotten scent hit me like a truck, almost like an animal crawled in there and died. I did everything I could to prevent myself from vomiting then and there. I naively squinted to see what I was getting myself into. It didn't help, in case you were wondering. I held my breath and plunged my hand into the drawer. My hand was swarmed by squirming insects. I instinctively pulled back, but I couldn't. My hand was stuck. I yanked on my arm over and over again, hoping for it to be released. Instead, my efforts were met with the opposite result. My arm began to sink further into the drawer. My arm fell further and further down into the drawer, far deeper than should be possible for a small bedside table. Before I knew it, my shoulder had disappeared into the sea of bugs. They began to move their writhing bodies up my neck and onto my face. I could not describe how badly I wanted to scream, but the idea of these things getting inside my mouth was far too much to bear. So instead, I covered my mouth and nose with my free hand. The bugs began nibbling my fingers, begging to be let into the holes on my face. The sinking stops. I pull away one more time as hard as I can. I fly back onto my floor. I don't dare investigate anything else. I lied on the ground, waiting for the morning sun to come to the rescue.